Hi, y'all. It's Bridget Cutshaw with Real Things Living. Today, my guests are Monika and Anna, and I can't say their last names because they're from. But I wanted to introduce them because I learned about this project that they're working on, and I think it's real important what they're doing. Can you introduce yourself first, Monika?
Yes, hi everyone. I'm Monika Mašanauskaitė from Lithuania, and yes, you don't have to worry about the surname. And what should I say? I'm 26 years old. I'm a pianist. I still study, well, it's my second master's I do in Vienna University of Arts. And I am soon be moving back to my country to start my real life, not as a student.
And Anna, can you say hi and tell us a little bit more about yourself?
Of course. So hello everyone. My name is Anna Szałucka. Also forget the surname. I'm 29 years old. I'm based in London for 7 years now. I've studied there. I finished my master's and my artist diploma at the Royal Academy of Music. And I am now a chamber music teacher at this academy and a chamber musician in my everyday life.
That's really great. So since you both live in two different countries and cities, how did you guys meet, Monika? I'm just curious.
I was thinking about that yesterday, and I think it was just kind of, I don't know, like weird coincidence, but at the same time, as if someone made us meet, because I remember when I was living in Glasgow in Scotland, because I studied there as well. I did my bachelor's 2 years and 2 years master's. And I remember Anna came for Scottish International Piano Competition, and I was just listening at the time. And there was a kind of after party after the welcoming meeting, and somehow we just ended up standing next to a coffee place, and then we started talking, and we just introduced ourselves, and then suddenly we just really connected, and that was it. And then after, I don't know, 3 or 4 years, Anna saw a poster in the Academy in London, which was of my own festival in Lithuania called Kaunas Piano Fest. And very funny story, because she wrote to Robertas Lozinskis, my fiance, who was also participating in the Scottish International Piano Competition that year when Anna was participating. And she asked if he knows anything about this Kaunas Piano Fest, piano festival and masterclasses. And then he said, well, actually, I'm the artistic director together with Monika. And then she said, yeah, I'd love to come. And then apparently Anna is in Lithuania, you know, and this is how awkward it was, but it's actually fantastic.
It is. You just never know who you're going to meet. And I think the connection obviously is your love for music. And piano is obviously the instrument you both are doing. So I was connected to Monika on a podcasting platform. I won't go deep into that. And I thought it was really cool and wanted to learn more about it. She had mentioned a project that you guys are working on called the Piano Phase Project. Can you share what it's about and who's going to benefit for it? I guess I'll start with Monika. So it's
well, yes, I think this one has to be for Anna, because she came up with this idea.
You share what's going on here.
Okay, no problem. So Piano Phase Project was born accidentally. Of course, as everything in music, almost 99% is accidental. So when I came for the festival, I came the next year also for the festival, and together with Monika, we visited the Mo Museum, so the Contemporary Arts Museum in Vilnius, in Lithuania. And we were walking around, and we saw this fantastic space, and I thought, oh my God, Monika, you know, we should do a Steve Reich piano phase in here. We should just do like this performance, you know, even better, and music installation. Let's do something really crazy. And then I've been looking for a partner to play a piano face for a few years, actually, which is a very, very well interesting piece of music because it's basically playing the same few notes over and over and again for 20, sometimes 25 minutes.
Wow.
And most of the musicians were like, maybe not, maybe not today. And Monika was like, yeah, let's do it. Absolutely, I'm up for it. So I thought, oh my God, yeah, okay, let's do it. And then suddenly we were doing it. So our idea with the project is to create music installations in contemporary venues. It can be either a concert venue or a museum or gallery, any sort of contemporary venue where we can just bring it for people, hopefully free of charge and in a liberal way so that they can move freely around the space, they can talk to us, they can, look at us from a short distance and they can, just interact with the music in a new way, with classical music.
Right. I was going to ask
that's important to say.
I was assuming it was classical. So that's, yes. When I was a little kid, I used to play digital piano when I was younger. I never had but then I got away from it. I kind of really want to, and that's another reason I wanted to talk to you guys. I want to start doing it again because it's good, I think, for your brain. Right?
Depends.
Right.
Too much can, sometimes not good for the brain.
Like thinking about the keyboard, and connecting as you age. Trust me, that's just something I've been thinking about. My neighbor, by the way, she's a piano teacher. And it's kind of cool that I've always liked it. And I respect musicians and what you guys are doing. So who is this Piano Face project you're working on? Has it started already? I didn't know if it was in process now, and who's the audience? Who's your main audience?
So we already ran one project. It happened in June last summer, and it took us 5 days, and we performed it in Vilnius, in Lithuania, in the Mo Museum, which is actually becoming very prestigious in the whole world. It's a new museum, and it has incredible architecture, which will be seen in the documentary. And that is exactly what we're doing now. We are planning to release the documentary of the whole project in October, and you will be able to see the whole performance.
Wow.
of 20 minutes. It's done live, even though you will see multiple cameras, but it's a ninth performance of us with Anna. And you will also see 20 minutes in the beginning of our explanation and kind of a interview, what we've learned, what we experienced, how our mindset changed during the whole project. So you'll be really able to experience the whole music and the architecture, the venue, the space where we were doing this, and basically to get to know the piece better.
Gotcha. So what platform is the documentary going to be released on?
Well, we're just going to release it on YouTube, on a YouTube channel, which is, it's going to be just our channel. And yeah, we're really looking forward to that.
That's really
yes. Cool. There will be a possibility. I just wanted to add that we will release it on Anna's YouTube channel, and there will be a possibility to, leave a donation for us if you like the project, because we are planning with this project. We want to actually travel the whole world if it's possible at some point. We really want to go to Europe because, what we need is like 2 pianos and that museum accepts us, and that's it. So we will probably use that money for our tour at some point.
I think that's beautiful that you're doing that. And for those that are listening, I'll definitely have the link to Anna's YouTube channel in the description. So you had mentioned on this documentary what's your mindset? Did it change at all doing this project? I'm just curious.
Yes. Yes, I think our mindset, we didn't really expect anything when we started the project. I think it was just a crazy idea, which, as Monika said very well before, I just thought about a crazy idea and she made it happen, kind of. So because it was in Lithuania, and Monika knew how to contact people, whom to contact, and suddenly we were doing it. But then we've learned so much, and just the fact that all the people of all age, of all gender, of all backgrounds could just come and in a free, liberal way experience classical music in this very, approachable,
Right, approachable
way. They are free and they are so interested. They were so like really young people and coming and asking questions, how it's made, how does the music look like, how do you make it happen, how do you perform it? So it was really eye-opening. We understood that it's not that young people are not interested. It's not true. They are very interested. We just have to bring it to them. We just have to show them that you can interact with classical music, that it's free for everyone. And that's our mission, that's our mission to bring it to everyone.
I like that. And what was your takeaway, Monika?
I guess for me, it was a very special 5 days because it was something very different from the standard classical music performance. And of course, first of all, we were in this together with Anna as a team. And normally we are trained as pianists, especially classical pianists, to be alone, practice alone, and go through this alone. And somehow I don't know if it's the piece. I mean, it's an incredible piece. It's written. It's so simplistic, but I think this is why it's so genius. And I think what's Steve Reich's idea was to make pianists connect. So I think through this piece, I learned a lot about teamwork, but at the same time, I learned a lot about connecting with the audience, which I feel very often doesn't happen in the standard classical music performance. And we had this questionnaire, which we gave to audiences, and they could fill some questions about how they felt. So we almost ran like a little research, and it was really interesting to look how people react. And I think I've never got so much feedback from any performance before. And for myself, I think it was freeing to be someone else a little bit, to go away from this solistic kind of ego ego part. I felt like I was a piece of art in a way, or at least I was a little piece in the museum which people are looking for or looking at, and I was no longer just a performance. I was part of the museum, and I think for me that was really freeing.
I really like that perspective. You are in the museum, and I think it helps connect you with some of the history that's there, maybe, right? That's kind of what I was visualizing. And it's so you mentioned the two pianists together. Are they just standard upright? I'm just curious. Are they uprights or are they grand pianos? I'm just curious.
So basically, our idea is to keep the cost as low as possible, so we can just bring it to more people and to more places. So at the beginning, of course, we thought, we should have grand pianos, but it was just much more affordable to rent upright pianos. And at the same time, we thought it's actually quite a cool idea, and it looks very contemporary and very neat. So we actually thought, why not just do it every time? Let's just forget the grand piano and have uprights, which we, for the first few performances, we opened the uprights fully. So you could see the hammers, the inside of the uprights. It was quite difficult to perform like this, so we decided to close them after a few installations. But generally, it was a very good idea, and then it just makes it so much easier to organize. We are just much more mobile. We can fit into many more places, and we just think now it will become our brand, our trademark.
I like that.
Upright pianists.
I like how you said that because I was thinking you're going a lot of places. I think a grand piano would be very expensive to move, and you probably have to put more time and money into getting it tuned every time you move that big thing.
Yeah, I mean, of course, you wouldn't move a grand piano to a different country. You just rent it wherever you are. But still, yeah, it's like at least 3 times the cost to rent a grand piano.
And I like how you mentioned the upright is more contemporary and with classical music. I think that is a good connector.
Yeah, because if you think about it, most people will have an upright in their home. So if anyone is learning to play the piano or having piano lessons, I mean, how many people will have a grand piano? Well, maybe I have one student that has a grand piano at home, or I have myself 3 uprights. So it's actually more, it's like connecting with people more because it's more realistic. This is how we actually play nowadays.
I like that. You want you're connecting with the audience, right? That was your goal, and they're more likely to be able to get an upright if that's what they want to do. Affording one at home.
Yeah, yes.
I just wanted to add also to the connecting with the audience part that what was interesting in the museum that we never had a total silence. So it was always, some doors, some people shouting, talking, some children running around. And in the beginning, especially when we had to record and make this documentary, we felt that might be a problem because oh my god, it's a recording, we have to isolate everything and make it like so perfect, no additional sounds. And then we realized that but it actually contributes to the music because we are in the museum, and it's not that when the performance is happening the life stops happening. The life is still happening, and it kind of integrates the music and the performer and the performance to the whole ambient, and then the audience can actually connect better with the music.
I like how you pointed that out. It just also brought back to me, I prefer live music, and that's just my preference in acoustic. And there's some glitches when some of those are shared, the recordings of that. I just like them better for some reason because it's not perfected. And
yeah.
Is that the right word?
So you will see that a lot you will see like additional sounds.
I think that's great because you're being real, you're being yourself, and life is not perfect. Music is not perfect. I didn't think about what you're saying in the museum, but the extra noise that you weren't expecting, but that makes the experience better, makes people feel like they're connected to you, right? They're connected. I think it's so cool what you're doing. And you said this will be released, your documentary will be released in October. And can you tell people where they can learn more about you? I'm going to give them Anna's YouTube channel, but is there a website that we can refer people to?
Yes, I think they will be able to find information in my own website, monikapianiste.com. There will be a separate section for Piano Face project where you'll be able to read about Anna, me separately, our classical musician backgrounds, and of course about the whole idea and beautiful pictures we made during the project. So you can find all the information in my own website. And I don't know about Anna's website. I think it's still on work.
Yeah, I'm currently building a new website, but hopefully in a few weeks it will be up and running. So I will also give you an address to it, and of course to my YouTube channel where the documentary will be released on the 8th of October. So yeah, we will supply you with the links, and hopefully we will be able to connect with as many people as possible. It's very important for us to spread the word about it, because the project is in the early stage. In a way, it's the beginning of our journey, and any support we can gain is invaluable, really, to us at this time.
Yeah, so thank you so much for this invitation, actually, Brigitte.
I think
Yes.
it's great what you're doing, and I love how you're connecting. To me, you're like connecting the generations together too. That you know, and making younger people understand the importance of classical music. And I think just music is so calming and it connects people to others. I find it conveys emotions too. And I really, truly look forward to watching your little documentary. And I thank you for being guests. And for those that are listening, I will summarize in the write-up where the links can be found. And again, thank you guys for your time, and hope you have a great day.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Yes.